Hallo Leute, ich bin Wolf und willkommen zu einer weiteren Folge von Subverse. Ja Leute, vorab, es tut mir leid wegen letzter Video. Ähm, Es war nicht die Absicht, ohne Kommentar zu machen. Es war so, dass ich ein Video ohne Kommentar gemacht habe und habe vergessen dann das Mikro wieder einzuschalten. Und ja, hab gelabert und gelabert und gelabert und alles umsonst. Was machen wir heute? Erstens, wir sprechen mit dieser Person hier, weil wir Demi suchen. Und zwar die zwei, also die zwei müssen
You
wir
know
noch
what I was just thinking about?
besprechen.
Our first job together.
If only it was our last.
Ah, come on. After everything we've been through, you're still sore about that?
You're lucky I needed someone to fly into the Volt Station in the first place. Too bad my usual guy was unavailable that week.
Sick?
Dad, he was practicing the run in a canyon and didn't quite get the turns down.
Yeah, I remember those were some fucking brutal angles. And I didn't even have the Phoenix back then.
I remember when a friend gave me your contact info. I looked up your record and couldn't believe how insane it was. It didn't seem real. For those accomplishments, your price just didn't make any sense. I checked for authenticity 3 times just to make sure you were legit and not some dipshit scammer.
Bet you felt guilty about that, eh?
No, I didn't. Because you were a dipshit scammer. The only reason your price was so low is because you fucked over so many people that no one wanted to work with you anymore.
To be fair, I mostly ripped off gangsters and other assorted assholes. Well, mostly.
What made you think you could get away with it?
I figured you were just some brat that was in over a head and needed a legit criminal like me to do your dirty work. By the way, why are you so casual about letting people see your face? Isn't keeping your identity a secret like rule number 1 of hacking?
It is, but there's no reason to hide your face when you don't have an identity. There's no record of my existence anywhere on the HoloNet. Also, I almost never leave my bases. Even when I do, this eyepiece can disrupt all facial recognition software. But actually, I prefer to show myself, because my face constantly makes people underestimate me. I thought a guy that wears panties over his head might understand that, but you also fell for it, now didn't you?
Shit! You're right.
Don't feel too bad. I made the mistake of underestimating someone before as well. Didn't work out for me either.
Entschuldigung Leute.
Who?
Maybe some other time, Cap. I've got some diagnostics to run.
So, und dann das hier.
Everything okay? Demi said you haven't moved from your console in hours.
I received a message from someone today, and I don't know what to do. I'm afraid, Captain.
You? Afraid of someone?
I don't suppose you have any advice on how to deal with a crazy ex?
Oh, I see. You let someone get too close before you could see how fucking crazy they were. Is that right?
Something like that?
You know, I almost settled down with a girl in New Vegas. She was a good Sheila. Or at least she was, until I said we shouldn't get serious until we both got sober first. I tell ya, it's a hell of a thing when someone stabs you in the chest with a bottle they just broke over your head while telling you that you're the one with a drinking problem.
What did you do about it?
Well, I got stitches.
No, you get stabbed all the time. I mean, how did you get her to accept it?
I didn't have to. Fortune, she glassed me in front of the entire Navy Academy. They threw that psycho in prison so fast.
All right, but what would you do if she came after you again?
Probably run if we're being honest. People like that, they get this idea in their heads about who you are and how you're meant to be together and... Fuck. Just doesn't matter how ridiculous it is.
I know what you mean. I can't take no for an answer.
Is this the guy that was helping you out with the revolution? Were you shacking up with him or something like that?
No, we weren't even... I mean, yeah, it's the guy, but we weren't... whatever. I don't know how I'm supposed to explain something so crazy I don't even understand it.
Are we gonna have to kill this bloke or what?
Captain, let's just hope it doesn't come to that. Give me a bit of time to figure out our next move. I don't want this crap getting in the way of our mission right now.
So, jetzt zum zweiten Teil der Folge. Wir müssen herausfinden, wo Demi ist. Und zwar... Und zwar. Also hier irgendwo, ne? System Hydra. Schuster. Da gucken wir mal. Leute, weil, also, zu Ende haben wir noch nicht. Sonst hätten sie das geschrieben. Das ist das hier, ne? Schuster. Da hinten. Da könnte sein sogar. So. Da könnte sogar sein. Okay. Der könnte sogar sein. Wenn wir Glück haben, ist das die Rettung von Demi.
I just woke up with a splitting headache. Demi's still gone, and Delic is flying my ship. Please, please tell me there is some kind of good news wrapped up in this sick fuck.
There is. I have a base of operations nearby that's capable of finding Demi's location. Everyone, prepare for landing. We're here.
Wait, this is the Chut homeworld. This is where your super secret base is? The Chut Black Market?
Is there a problem, Captain?
We're flying the ship with the highest bounty in history right into the middle of the largest hotbed of criminal activity in Prodigium. Those fat fucking scroats will defo turn us in.
Don't worry. I have a contact here. He'll keep us out of sight.
Okay.
Even your contact is a Chut. These guys are complete scumbags. They'd sell their own mothers into slavery for fuck's sake.
Oh, for sure. I'd trade that evil bitch for a giant pile of shit and call it even.
Oh, dem kennen wir.
On the other hand, is priceless to me.
Wait, did he say daughter?
My baby, you're back home. Oh, took you long enough. Did you forget about your old man, Oklahoma?
This isn't happening.
Hi, Daddy.
Are you
Was?
so skinny? Have you been eating anything? You know, besides pussy. Oh, my girl loves her girls. Oh, you should see her lesbian porn collection. Massive.
Dad, shut up! Seriously!
I have so many questions, and I am so afraid of the answers.
You made friends? Finally! Well, I totally thought she was gonna die miserable and alone.
Dad, just please stop talking to them. I need to use my stuff, now.
Well, sure, baby. I left your gigantic labyrinth of booby-trapped equipment and explosives just the way you had it.
Explosives? This place is built on top of a bunch of explosives?
Now, this place basically is one giant explosive. You see those 4 pipes? We've got kilometers of servers below that need one hell of a vent system. Well, those help us keep them cool, and I'm definitely not telling you this to in any way foreshadow some kind of horrible event that is about to go down.
Guys, I'm gonna need some time below to start a tracker sequence to get Demi's location. Dalek, I need your help. The rest of you should stay out of sight.
Oh, I know. How about you all come inside and get something to eat? Time to introduce you kids to Opa's world-famous Splatter Platter.
Okay. Wir haben ein Problem, Jungs. Wir haben herausgefunden, wo unsere Demi ist.
So, how's that fried doom, bud? You guys into it?
It's actually rather good. Isn't Stenokara Mollypis considered a great delicacy by your people?
Yeah, but I got lucky yesterday and found him dead as fuck because he was drinking the runoff from my septic line.
How delightful.
So, you guys are helping my little girl stage a revolution and overthrow the government, huh? That's pretty cool. How's that working out for you?
You know about the revolution?
Of course I do. Honey, she's been working on this thing since she was 10. And I'm talking about her age, just to be clear. She's still a 10 in my book. It's okay, guys. She's adopted. Don't worry, I'm just playing.
Still weird. Really weird.
Yeah, I think we all kind of figured you two weren't actually related. How did this even happen?
I bought her from her real parents when she was still a baby. On a damn good deal, too. I think they were both so tweaked out of their minds that they just wanted to get the real estate off their hands and get back to partying, if you know what I mean.
Wait, are you a slaver?
Why? You want me to show you my handcuffs and chain? Whoa, whoa, hold on, babe. At least buy me dinner first. I'm just fucking around. Unless you're into that, then we're gonna be fucking around.
Venerans kind of have a troubled history with slavers. One that has resulted in me executing every single one I've met.
Hey, forget about it. I mean, yeah, technically she was a slave, but she was my slave. I loved her, and I supported anything she wanted to do with her life. Well, as long as it was somewhere within the confines of my basement, of course.
Personally, I'm failing to see the part where that is somehow not horrible parenting.
Oh, I get it. You think I'm a bad guy. You know what her life would have been like if some other chut bought her? I don't even want to think about it.
You're alluding to the fact that Chuts have a certain infamous proclivity towards solar females?
You got that right. But lady, I'm about as straight as a circle made a big meaty dick, so don't go thinking there was any funny business happening on my watch.
What happened after you I mean, adopted her?
I raised Fortune like any good father should. Well, I locked her in a room all day and night with a computer and let it do the easy stuff, like teaching her how to read and write, function in society, you know. All that basic parenting shit.
Oh my god. I totally get Fortune now.
Meanwhile, I worked hard to make an honest living and put food on the table.
Honest living? Are you about to tell me you're the first chut in history to be squeaky fucking clean?
Sort of, but I deal mostly in parts, usually of the mechanical variety. But hey, if business is slow and I can get a good wholesale price on some vital organs, I'm not exactly gonna waste a lot of time worrying about where they came from, you know?
I'd like to know where this booze came from, if you don't mind.
Oh, we got another homebrew fan over here.
More like serious alcoholic.
It's Dune Hooch, darling. Secret family recipe. Speaking of something brewing, I gotta go take the shit of my life. You guys are gonna be okay here if I make a quick Duke run? Oh, hey, honey. How's the search going?
Still nothing.
Oh, don't worry. You'll find her in time.
You're always so optimistic.
What else am I supposed to be? You want me to be like, oh man, you really fucked this one up? What a lousy goddamn daughter you turned out to be. When am I gonna get grandkids? Fuck that.
Oh, how I've missed your nearly exhaustive stream of F-bombs.
Tell me, what's really going on here?
Dad, I don't know if I can do this.
You talking about the revolution?
I was so sure this was my destiny. I thought my plans were perfect. But now, everything's going wrong.
It's okay, baby. I understand. Well, now I got a question. Maybe it will help you understand your current, predicament.
Sure. What is it?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Huh? What?
Yeah, you heard me. Who the fuck do you think you are? Because that sure as shit ain't my daughter talking. My daughter taught herself to code before she could even walk. Less than 2 years later, she broke into an Imperium Bank's e-vault and swiped 1,000,000 credits before they even knew what hit them. My daughter took control of all the hollow screens in the Senate and made them play 2 Shots 1 Chili on repeat for almost an hour before they could stop her.
I forgot about that one. But now that I'm remembering it, I think I know why.
When she was 13, she built a fully operational battle mech out of a box of scraps and blew a hole in the wall to escape.
I remember that. I pointed a flamethrower at your head and said I was going to kill you.
Oh, fucking teenagers. But you didn't, baby. You powered down the suit, gave me a big hug, and said you were sorry. That's the day I really became your daddy. Whatever it was that made me take care of you in the first place, that's when I understood it. And you could have taken off, or you could have just went out on your own and became rich. Lord knows I fucking would have. But you didn't. You saw what was happening in your computer. Every day you saw people hurting because of the goddamn Imperium. You chose to help them, and I chose to help you.
Dad, are you proud of me?
Are you fucking kidding me? I couldn't be more proud. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I never raised you to be a hero. You did that on your own.
I'm not. I'm so not.
Yes, you are. You never let me down, and I'm a motherfucker. You're better than me. How the fuck you gonna let yourself down?
Thanks, Dad.
Evening, Dalek. I'm just popping in to make sure you got the supplies on board. Wait, what's the deal with all these hazard crates?
I bought some rockets from Opa Junta. The guy had so many that he gave me an overstock discount. I figured we might need some, what with the rescue mission coming up and everything.
You brought entire crates full of explosive ordnance onto my ship without telling me first, and then you store them right next to the fusion reactor that is our engine?
Yeah?
Fucking hell, mate. You know there's a section of the cargo hold that's designed specifically for stuff that blows up, right?
But it's all the way over there.
Dalek, when I'm the one that's actually surprised by someone else's reckless disregard for safety procedures, it's bad. Really bad.
Fine. But at least get Fortune down here so she can get the loaders working. I ain't moving these on my own.
Just the girl I was looking for. Dalek needs you aboard the Mary Celeste to help get the loaders running. Apparently, he bought a bunch of rockets off your dad.
He can wait. What are you drinking?
Some of that June hooch. Why?
Could you pour me one?
Wait a minute. Is this really happening? Is the president of the Go Fuck Yourself Captain fan club about to actually sit down and drink with me?
There's only one place to sit in here that isn't made for a chut's ass, so don't kid yourself. It's strictly out of necessity. What are you still doing up, anyways?
Can't stop thinking about Demi. Why are you?
Same. I'm sorry, Captain. I should have gotten there sooner.
Nah, at least you got there at all. I'm just pissed we're stuck out here in the desert and I can't do anything to save her.
Trust me, I'm just as angry as you are. Which is why I need this. Tell me about how you met Demi.
I got word that one of Tybalt's pirate chop shops had a Phoenix there. The plan was to relieve the place of the ship, but I ended up having to relieve a lot of cunts of their lives on the way in.
Those things have insane Imperium-grade security encryption. How did you expect to get it out of there?
I was hoping they already cracked it. Unlucky for me, that was not the case. But that's when I heard her voice.
Demi was there?
Tybalt's guys just finished a hardware upgrade, but they didn't have time to put it back together before I took them apart. She was awake, but in pieces. Demi was terrified. Thought I was some low-life merc scavenger there to raid the place.
But that's literally what you were doing, like word for word.
She claimed she could get the Phoenix operational, but only if I helped her get out of there. Long story short, we've been together ever since.
Until now, I guess.
Yep, until now.
I'm going to help you get her back, Captain. I promise. I know how much she means to you.
Demi's a special one. One of the most powerful AI ever made. I could have easily sold her, ransomed her back to Tybalt, but she trusted me. If an AI that advanced can take one look and see me as a good cunt, I didn't realize what that meant until now.
You know, I figured it was something like that. I always thought you two were a bit of an odd couple.
Us? Seriously? You're the one with a chut daddy.
I didn't mean it was a bad thing. You know, the Imperium just wants everyone to be the same. They don't realize how amazing it can be when people that are so different find a way to work together. The things they learn and achieve. How everything can change. It's why this fight is so important. It's not just about the lives that have been lost, or saving the ones that we still have. It's about giving us all a chance to see the true potential of Prodigium once it's free.
They're a goddamn galactic empire. It's going to take ages just to get everything back in order, even just for the Solars.
You think I don't know that? Look, if we can take them down, anything is possible. This is all about taking that first step, Captain.
That's exactly what I'm saying. The first step is going to be longer than the years I've got left. You don't... You can't understand what it's like to live every day knowing you'll never...
I don't have your memories, Captain. You were right when you said I can never really know what we Solars have lost. But I know what we deserve. What this galaxy deserves. They deserve a life without the Imperium. Without the Xenu.
Without the lie that is the veil.
You know what? I was wrong about you.
What do you mean?
That ass is at least a 7. Hell, make that an 8.
I don't know why I expected you to say anything else.
What's up, guys? We getting fucked up tonight or what?
Actually, I've got to head below and make sure Dalek doesn't detonate the entire facility with those weapons you sold him. Good night.
Good night, baby.
Good night, Trouble.
General Blythe, I have an urgent contact request from our benefactor. They are quite insistent you speak with them.
Shit. This is bad timing. Can't you tell them I'm busy getting laid or something?
I can try, but I sincerely doubt they would believe me.
I suppose you're right. Very well. I'll talk.
General Blythe.
Senator Eric. It's been quite some time. I was beginning to think you forgot all about bankrolling the requital in the first place.
I wasn't exactly in the mood to have another conversation like our last one, so I thought I'd just send the terrorist support payments and give you some space to cool off. Speaking of funding, how's our science team doing?
Your science team have been incompetent little shits. My science team would have had the weapon working by now. But you didn't care to go after her when she walked out on us.
I already told you. I looked for her as hard as I could. If the fucking Imperium can't find her, pardon me if I don't have faith in those brainless freaks of yours getting the job done.
Oh, I see how it is. You can talk shit about my soldiers. But when I insult those lab coat chewing fuck asses you sent me to replace Lily, that's crossing the line?
Are we really going to do this right now? Genetic manipulation is extremely illegal under Imperium law. There's only so many desperate scientists that are willing to risk a death sentence out there. I did the best I could for us, you know?
If you really wanted to do the best you could, you would have gone after Lily. But you didn't have the balls, so I did it myself.
You what? I told you very clearly not to send any requital soldiers after her.
I remember. Quite an odd request.
Did you pay attention to a fucking thing I said? If we don't know where she is, you'd have to send requital ships all over Prodigium and risk game-over intervention from the Imperium Navy. Raiding an outpost here and there is fine. Sending your forces throughout the galaxy would have left the weapon unprotected and risked government interference.
Then you'll be happy to know I did exactly what you asked. I didn't send any requital forces.
Then who did you... Wait. You're the one who sent the Huntress.
How do you know that?
I'm an Imperium senator.
But how the fuck could you possibly know that? The contract was confidential. Harry, I told you what would happen if you talked.
It wasn't me. I swear on my matrix.
Leave him alone, Blythe. He's telling the truth. There was an incident that happened over neutral Teely airspace. Admiral Miyamoto spotted the Huntress at the scene. I looked up her contract and found it was for Dr. Lillian Margulis. I asked Harry if he knew anything about that, and he denied it. Now I know why.
I learned the hard way to never let traitors go unpunished. That's something I will never let happen again. Anyways, you don't need to worry. The Huntress was successful.
What do you mean? You captured the doctor?
Not quite. We captured her mainframe. Her ship is no doubt crippled, and soon Harry will be able to find her. By the way, were you also aware that Dr. Margulis is being protected by an old friend of ours? He's a certain outlaw flying a ship known as the Mary Celeste.
The captain? Wait, you sent the Huntress, even after you knew the captain could have been killed?
Exactly. I was willing to end the life of the only man I ever trusted in order to get revenge on that woman. So don't think for a second you are going to be able to stop me.
You're even crazier than I thought.
Don't worry, Senator. Despite your best efforts to sabotage this organization, the weapon will be ready on time. You just make sure all of the senators are at the Capitol, like we discussed. We're only going to get one steaming shot at this. Let's make it count. And make them pay!
So Leute, ich mache mal Schluss und wir sehen uns dann in der nächsten Folge. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Eure Nummer 3. Ciao Leute.